This morning, we're taking a look at some things that you can do to wake up looking fresh-faced and more youthful with our friend Sally Hayes, permanent makeup artist. Good morning. It's good to see you as always.
Thank you.
I love that color on you.
Thank you.
Bright and spring and bold. Well, when you wake up in the morning, you want to look your best, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult to do that the older that we get. So when we look to permanent makeup, there are some really simple things that we've talked about in the past that we want to show examples of today of how it really can make a dramatic difference. And I want to start with the first picture that that you've provided for us, and I think that picture is Cindy's before and after. Tell me her story.
Cindy's actually, she's a friend of mine, and she's got very olive skin. And when she doesn't have makeup on, she just looks really tired.
Tired, yeah.
And and she wanted hers really natural, really subtle, and she's got absolutely gorgeous lips.
So specifically, we've done
her
what
brows,
areas?
her eyes, and her lips. I just brought her lips up like one shade. Did her eyeliner very subtle on the bottom and a little darker on the top. And then, of course, I enhanced her brows.
And why do you like this for so many different skin tones, for ages? Why do you enjoy doing this so much?
Because it's like unwrapping a Christmas gift when you do it. It's the aha moment when you give them the mirror, because it's such a difference, even though it's so subtle.
Okay. Let's talk now a little bit about Barbara. And
okay.
I think Barbara's actually been on the show
yes.
maybe a couple of times,
yeah.
if I'm remembering the right woman. Yes, in fact. So Barbara has a story where basically she was probably just in the wrong hair color. She just,
right. She's got really beautiful hair of her own, nice thick hair, but it was just a little bit on the drab side. So her hair was colored. I did her eyebrows, her eyeliner, and her lips. And then she was also the woman that won the Makeover show.
Right.
Where Dr. Masharafi did a facelift on her, and Bruce Schwartz did veneers. So she really got a true full makeover. But her permanent makeup, she loves it, she says, because she doesn't have to add much to herself when she goes out to jog or gets up in the morning.
Let's talk a little bit before we go to the next one about the process. When we come in for our free consultation, which you offer to anybody that's interested, walk us through that process.
Well, I really like people to come in and let me take topical makeup and show them, because it makes a difference if they can see it. And then they can tell me how much more they'd like, or they like less or more or whatever. And then they can also bring in their lip colors and show me and I can tell them, if that's a good color for their lip tissue or not.
And from there, we would go to the permanent makeup application, which is very quick.
It's pretty quick. I have a nurse that does my dental blocks so that you don't feel anything for lips. And then eyes and brows, I use a cream topical. It's very effective. I pretty much got it down to a science, so it does save time if you do multiple procedures, or you can just do one. You don't have to do them all.
Now this, I think, is a prime example of how you can be just a little bit younger, like Leah right here, and then you can still enjoy the benefits of permanent makeup. Where have we done her?
I've done her brows, her eyes, and her lips. And then I think we have a picture of her as a redhead, and it just shows how she's a natural blonde, but she dyed her hair red at Christmas time. And this just, her makeup sets her skin off.
Well, and I think that's really kind of speaks to a really good point, that just because you get permanent makeup, number one, it's not going to prevent you from being able to use other lip colors, other eyeshadows, other hair colors, because it is so natural. It's an extension of what you already have, only just pumped up.
Right. It's harmonizing to your own skin tone. So when you dye your hair or you want to change your lipstick, you can do that. You're not locked into a look that'll become dated.
Let's jump right into these last before and after pictures, and so we can see yet another example of how this works and works really well.
This is Rebecca, and she actually looked very tired without any makeup on, and that's a picture I took of her actually last weekend. She was in, and she had no makeup on at all except mascara. So it just took the tired out of her face.
Just a little bit can go
Same way with Sandra there. She had no eyebrows at all and very light features, and it just sets her face up. It makes her look lively.
She has so many more of these before and afters, and you can really get a really good idea of how Sally is able to make this look extremely natural and just an extension of what you were, say, 5-10 years ago.